Alrighty, thank you, Zach. Welcome everybody to the August 12th, 2025 Planning Board meeting. Agenda tonight is we've got the minutes of July 22nd. Under old business, we've got the formal site plan application for UC Properties. New business, we've got a formal site plan review for the Hartley's 795 Empire Road for minor subdivision, and then we've got some internal paperwork for findings of facts. So why don't we start with the minutes then, please?
And David will be a voting member.
And David's going to be a voting member because Heather is absent with notification. So.
I've read through the minutes, I'm good with them. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of July 22nd, 2025 as presented.
Second, please.
Second.
Discussion, all those in favor? All right, next order, formal site plan application, UC Properties LLC, Main Street, map 47, lots 3 and 4. Welcome back.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for having us back. My name is Bill Garish. I'm with Sevago Technics. I'm here representing the applicants. Also here is Guy Navarra and Rich Bertoni. They're also here directly associated with the applicants and can answer any questions that you might have with regards to the owners. And just quickly, I'll go over the project again. Hasn't really changed since the last time we were here. The project involves basically combining the entrances. There's a 4-lot subdivision here in the vicinity of 457 Main Street. This is Lot 1, which is the gun shop. Lot 4, which is owned by Poland Main Street LLC. And this is Lot 3, owned by UC Properties. And they each have their individual driveways. The primary focus of this project is to combine the driveways into one entrance as mandated by DOT, and then eliminate the existing driveways for both lots 1 and 3. And the turnaround, the initial part of the street was designed for the commercial turnaround standards. This area would be paved, 20 feet wide with 3-foot shoulders, all the turnaround dimensions and so forth meet the ordinance for the commercial turnaround. And then the road is also proposed to be extended up through Lot 4 to accommodate some future housing in that area. And that is, a turnaround is provided with an easement in that, at the end of that road. And that was designed per the residential turnaround standards. And just in general, from a drainage perspective, the entire areas from lots 3 and 4 that are proposed to be, or existing development and proposed development, are all, the stormwater runoff is all directed down to the proposed, I guess, existing and proposed to be significantly improved stormwater pond. It's an underground soil filter that also provides, in addition to stormwater treatment, will provide retention from the 210 and 25-year storm events. There were a number of comments provided by the peer review engineers. We did go through each and every comment and address those, I believe, to the satisfaction of Teradyne. And as part of those, we did submit an additional waiver request with regards to the stormwater runoff. The model shows a very slight increase in post-development flow from the, I guess would be the westerly part of the site. So that waiver request was submitted. There were some questions as well with regards to the financial capacity at the last meeting. The applicant did provide a supplemental letter in support of their financial capacity to construct the proposed improvements. And that would also include water and sewer and electric and telecom utilities that would be extended up through the site. And we had mentioned earlier that there was a DOT driveway entrance permit that was approved last year for this location, where there's a slight change of use being proposed. The DOT did ask for an updated entrance permit. We submitted that on July 30th, and we contacted them just a couple days ago to see how their review was going. They only had one comment. They wanted to see the HydroCAD model for the 50-year storm event. We had only provided the 210 and the 25. We did submit that to the DOT shortly after, and we expect that, all the numbers look good, so we expect that to be approved in the very near future. And that is a brief update on where we are. We'd be happy to answer any questions.
Anybody have any questions? So Teradyne was fine with everything that,
Yeah, they emailed back after their review on August 4th. Everything was addressed.
Do you have a question about that roadway, though, where the entrance?
yeah, I thought we talked about this, and back when Jim was representing an applicant on this, we talked about this at the last meeting too, about stacking, about that second driveway coming out from the existing building that's not being used, the stacking traffic problem there. I guess it's all gonna depend on what that building's gonna be used for, because that seems like that could be a huge bottleneck.
And you're talking this.
The one closest to
Right.
26.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it all depends what the building's gonna be used for.
correct, yeah, and I know we had talked about, you know, a high traffic generator such as a Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. That would precipitate more MDOT review and, you know, looking at possible dedicated left turn lane and all of that stuff, so there would be a whole, you know,
So
second
what's the
review
trip
process.
calculation that's gonna trigger that?
That would be 100 peak hour trips in the.
And that's for
AM.
every single lot associated with that drive.
Yes, correct. The entrance permit that was approved earlier was for up to 99
Right.
peak hour trips.
But it's gonna be
Is there
two-way
any-
traffic now through that entrance, though?
Yeah, we didn't designate it as one way. I mean, to alleviate that concern, that could be just I guess an in only, and everybody could have to come around here. I know.
Or an exit only?
No, I
Yeah,
said,
exit only.
and then only would, I mean, you only got 50 feet coming off from the road, off from 26. You gotta take a left at that first entrance in, and you got people coming back from hypothetically the duplex or whatever. I mean, you're gonna have stuff stacking on the 26, but that would, you know, even if it doesn't generate more than 100 trips, then you don't need the turn lane, and that's just gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know, is there any way we can conditionally approve it to, I mean, I just, not knowing what that use is gonna be in that building is kinda hard for us to
Yeah, maybe the developers can indicate what they're.
We don't have any specific use for that at this point.
It would make more sense it being a one-way out of that,
One way out,
out
yeah,
from that point, yes,
yeah.
than the stacking it inside.
Yeah, and that would be more consistent with the normal flow of traffic through there. I know this is designed such that if they're ever, you know, for delivery trucks or something would come in this way and be able to unload and then turn through the site, so.
And the site as it stands, until you figure out whatever use it's gonna be, it's just gonna remain gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we can,
Make that
I mean, I don't wanna set anybody up to fail, but it's almost like we're setting ourselves up to fail if that becomes something other than a warehouse or whatever. And you got traffic in and out, I mean, you can stack 2.5 cars, 3 cars before you hit 26. If that was an in. And something got held up, you know.
well, especially if it was a truck going in there, a big
Well,
tractor
exactly.
going in there, it would only take one to stack it there. If they're going in that versus going in the other side.
Are you looking for the in at the rear?
The DOT entrance permit, I'm most certain will say any change of use would precipitate a, you know, an amendment to that, so there'd potentially be another review there.
That would
But
be-
but does DOT have the right to, for anything on, I mean, so that entrance permit, they have the right to tell the developer on their 2 driveways in off in the road, even though it's not part of their jurisdiction? What I'm asking is, can DOT come back and say that one closest to 26 is gonna be an out only on lot, whatever that
I
is?
believe they could if they envisioned anything, you know, on that intersection.
I don't know, anybody else from the board have questions? I mean, that's been my only question from the get-go, because, once again, it was brought up by one of your colleagues when he was representing somebody else that was looking to do something with that property, was the whole cross-traffic and then the stacking, since it was so close to 26. So if it was possibly an issue for something else, and this becomes and that was
Aroma Joe's.
appliance repair or something like that?
Wasn't it Aroma Joe's?
No,
No, it was after
It was
that.
the food.
Food supply, kitchen supply.
Kitchen supply.
Oh,
Yeah, after that one fell through. So, I mean, I've got no issue with anything here other than that, and I just don't know if there's a way that it can be set up that once that is known, what that use is, that,
Yeah, I mean,
Then
we'd be
you-
happy to, I mean, I'll speak for the owners, but we'd be happy to have a condition such that if the, you know, if that lot 3 is a traffic generator, we could certainly make that you know, a one-way out, basically. We could put the signage in there and have that.
well, I mean, hypothetically, even if you have the 2 duplexes in the back and everyone's leaving for work, that's gonna be stacked, so it just seems like if you have, unless you have another access point to a major road, you have ins and outs if you have 2s. I mean, if you look at any major fast food chain, stuff like that, you got 2 runs onto the streets, it's one way in, one way out, just because of issues like this. That would be my only current concern, and if we can conditionally do that, depending on what it was, that you could provide a traffic flow pattern for that lot, depending on what that use is, not to say we wouldn't accept what it is, but if it's gonna be a high traffic generator, I think it's only prudent on our part to make sure that that's not gonna become an issue. But, I mean, other than that, that's the other thing that I
Well, I'm
have.
gonna ask you, did the DOT permit mention anything about left-hand turns going out because of the speed limit there and things like that?
Nope.
They didn't mention anything yet?
No, yeah, you can't.
Well, no, I
You
don't-
couldn't
but
block
because-
it, you know, somebody from, I mean, the whole reason they're getting rid of the one up at the gun club is because the accident's up that way. So
Right.
once again, the sight line's gonna be a lot better there.
Right, but
Um,
still, yeah,
Well,
it's a tough turn, no question.
yeah, I mean, come down at the bottom of Poland Corner Road when I go to work sometimes in the morning.
I don't-
Even though there's a third turn lane there, I mean, you just, taking a left's impossible, and
Yeah,
depending on what the use is there, it's gonna be, people are gonna have to wait to
take it out.
bang left, and then they're gonna have people behind them not happy, you know,
Right,
so.
yeah,
But other than that, does anybody else see anything on
I didn't see anything else.
the paperwork? So, we've done the checklist, we approved the checklist, and then we tabled it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, book on, table at 7:22. All right, I guess we can go to the formal.
And would we make it subject to receiving the DOT permit he's waiting on? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a
probably
formality.
Formality is right, but.
Yeah, just conditional on that, and then something about the traffic flow, once we know what the use is.
Okay.
No on-site and public hearing and all that fun stuff.
I can make a motion that we approve the formal site plan application, UC Properties LLC, Main Street, map 47, lot 3 and 4, with the one condition, or conditions of no site plan, no sidewalk and no public hearing, and then also that, I'm not gonna mention the DOT thing, 'cause that's pretty but the condition on the decision being made at the time of, we know the occupant of that lot 3, what the traffic flow will be there, I guess. That's, how would you like
Yeah.
to see it, Scott?
That's fine.
Like that? Okay.
And the additional waiver
Uh, The additional waiver,
on the stormwater,
yeah.
are you granting
Yeah,
that?
they're gonna see that over. And, is there just a waiver for the stormwater, what word are you looking for?
And phosphorus
Yeah,
control plan, we
phosphorus,
waived that.
Okay, that we'll waive the stormwater and phosphorus condition as specified in the plan.
Now, second, please.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor? Well, good luck. We'll round up somebody and put a good business in town.
Yeah, I'll do our best.
Absolutely.
Thank you, folks.
So,
Thank you.
yep, once Scott gets all that stuff, I guess they don't even need permits to, oh, yeah, they actually do, because they get built with that, so.
Yeah.
We'll just deal with Scott about pulling permits, and when you need them, and go from there.
Perfect. Good luck.
Great. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Thank you very much.
Joe.
You're welcome.
Next up, we've got a formal, oh, shoot. I'm gonna try to pawn off all this stuff after him.
Well,
They didn't want you to have to carry it up, my guy's gonna break your back.
I put mine over here for Sarah for
No,
later.
they're not gonna take it.
Yeah, no, they're not taking back.
Stuart, good evening.
Really?
Thank you, Darren. The plan's pretty far away.
Georgian.
Have at it.
Good evening. I'm Stuart with Davis Land Surveying, here representing the Daring. And what's your wife's name? Lena?
Lena Joe.
Lena Joe Hartley, who owned property at, I can't even remember all this. It's been a few days. On the,
795 Empire Road.
795 Empire Road. It's a 27-acre parcel, and it's got 750 feet of frontage. We're only going to develop the front part of it, the first 7.16 acres, with a 60-foot wide right-of-way to the remaining land out back, which would be 20 and a half acres. Lot 1 has already been sold, which is where the house is. The 3 lots we're working on is in the front. There's one with the house has already been sold to a Lucas Fisher and Julio Cheney. The wetlands were delineated on the front portion of the property. Basically, looking at the contours, you can see that the back portion is followed. It basically follows a lot. The contour 310 around. But there's a lot of good land in the back, usable land, so that's why we're proposing the 60-foot right-of-way. Darren at this point doesn't plan on doing anything with the 60-foot right-of-way, and whether he retains it and develops it later on or sells it as such. What we're proposing to do now, after some comments by Jim, which I can go through those in a minute, is we're going to use the 60-foot right-of-way to access Lot 3. And I've noticed those changes on this plan, which you don't have there. Each lot is over the 80,000 square feet, 200 feet of frontage. You can fit the circle in there. Lot 3 is the one we took. Part of your ordinance talks about in 507(1)(b)(1)(b) again. Allow for 25% of the uplands to be non-significant wetlands. So we included that into Lot 3 to get the lot size down a little bit, but still meet the ordinance as far as lot coverage. All the lots will have the test pits will be serviced by wells, septic, individual septic systems. In the packet was the geological assessment from Basswood Environmental for the wetlands, as well as the septic designs and wastewater. I think he believed he provided, in there is the septic that was designed for the house that's there now, was redone. There isn't any flood zone in this property, and based on the wildlife maps, there's no inland watering, deer wintering yards, significant wildlife habitat, so it's waterfowl, weeding, bird habitat, so there's none of that on the property. Based on the comments that Jim had sent to us, on page 2, number 1, he noted that the abutters map was incorrect and refers to another project. Well, when I looked at it this morning, the map's fine. I'm not sure what Jim was talking about. This is all on the Empire Road. There's nothing-
Well, the one that we have shows it is the one off the Knoll.
Is that off from Johnson Hill?
Okay, well, this one has
Right,
the
right.
right vicinity map on it.
Okay.
It shows Empire Road, the railroad, all that stuff. So we fixed that. Within the environmental assessment of the property, there were 2 non-significant vernal pools. Those are on this plan. Hopefully it works. One of them's right in here in this area, and the other one's on this lot. So we labeled those as Jim had asked to do. They're determined to be non-significant vernal pools. The driveway locations for lot 2, it's gonna be 100 feet away from the existing driveway. And that leaves them about 166 feet on this lot to be able to put that driveway in there. And as far as site distance, each one of these lots has in excess of, the speed limit is 35, and your ordinance talks about a 300 foot. Each one of these lots has more than, way more than that. Going this way from lot 3, you got well over 500 feet. Going this way from lot 2, you got well over 1,000 feet. When we were looking at this the other day, right here in this corner, there's a couple branches that Aaron will have to clean out. But other than that, you can see well over 1,000 feet going to the left. So site distance isn't an issue. So we've addressed those on the plan. Put a note on there about the site distance as well as the dimensions on the plan. Number 4, as we talked about, we are going to ask for 3 different waivers, which one basically has to do with your section. Anyway, section 606, 3.22, the stormwater design standards, which would apply to this, where he's not going to do any development of that now. The other waiver was section 606.3.23 was the soil erosion control. And the last waiver would be section 606.3.21, the hydrogeological assessment of the whole property. So we're asking for waiver for those 3 things that would pertain to the 60-foot right-of-way until either Darren decides he wants to develop it or convey it to somebody else who wants to develop it. They can address those issues then. The driveway going into lot 3 is going to come in that 60 foot to eliminate a curb cut on that lot. It's going to punch in there. This will be built to the backlot standards, and then the driveway across up on the old road that was discontinued and abandoned up through here. He's going to use that road bed across in the that little section of wetland, which will have to permit for about 1,000 square feet in the back for a 14-foot wide driveway through there to get to the back of that lot. All the building envelopes are in there. You can fit the circle in there as required. So we'd be asking for those 3 waivers. The other thing Jim had talked about was fire suppression, and I don't know, I assume in this process, the fire chief, anybody return any comments on this, Scott?
No, I mean, he did have a comment, but he didn't have the issues.
Being as far as fire?
No,
Consent.
no.
Yeah, we added a note 10 on the plan also that talks about the site distance. Added another note 11, which talks about the, all the necessary stormwater and phosphorus plans, erosion control plans that would be needed if and when that proposed 60-foot right-of-way to out back is.
So were you saying that this set of plans that we have now is not the set of plans that you have up there?
Except for these comments that Jim made, which was basically.
Right, so basically, under the notes, you have 2 or 3 more notes on
We've
that up
added,
there.
we've added 10 and 11. 10 talks about the site distance.
Yep.
11 talks about the, provide access to lot 3. Any further development on land retained would be acquired future planning board approval, and we also added in any and all permits needed for that. So that's lot, note 11. So there was 2 notes added to the plan. We put the site distances on the plan, showing the numbers. Put the proposed driveway across the 60 foot into lot 3, and then show where they can place a driveway on lot 2, being which will be 100 feet away from the existing house.
So Tom didn't have an issue with a turnaround or anything associated with lot 3?
Well, we didn't know anything about turnarounds on this application.
Well,
It was
that's,
just gonna be a private driveway.
Yeah, that's not really designed as a turnaround. It's just going to be
Well,
it's going to be built to backlot standards that first 100 feet of it or so, and then.
oh, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about access into lot 3. Because, I mean, what's your distance coming in, what's the length of that driveway gonna be? Roughly?
It's
Coming
about
up that
100.
discontinued.
It's going to come in about about 100 feet or so, 90 to 100 feet, it's gonna come in and then bang to the left. It's gonna follow the old railroad bed that's shown, or the old road bed.
Mhm.
Then come into the lot, and he's gotta cross that little section of wetlands to get in there. So it's basically just to service that house as a driveway at the moment. To eliminate the curb cut for lot 3.
What I'm just trying to get at is we hear about it all the time that these guys want turnarounds. I mean, I'm just asking, coming off Empire Road, up the 60-foot right of way, into the driveway, into lot number 3, how long is that run? 300 feet,
The
400
driveway
feet?
portion?
Everything coming off from Empire to the driveway portion, end of the driveway portion.
Yeah, maybe 200, 250 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
If this is backlot driveway standards, shouldn't there be a turnaround?
Well, this is just basically where he's starting the road out in the backlot driveway standards, but coming off with the driveway to the house. If they develop the backlot or any other development back there, they'll have to put the turnaround in.
I mean, I'm not saying in the 60-foot right of way I care about there being a turnaround there. It's more them driving up into here and backing on out, because I mean, once again, I mean, Tom has,
We had no indication on how those drivers are coming in, so when Tom was here, he just assumed they're coming off Empire, you know, somewhere.
Straight
front,
in.
Straight in.
I mean, I don't have a problem, once again, because we're not here to hold up stuff, but I mean, I still would like to see that as a contingency then, that Tom actually sees what's being proposed, because he's basically said, yeah, we have no problem with
Right.
adequate resources, but then again, it's, you know, I don't know.
I mean, this was a recommendation from your party, third-party review, which kind of makes sense. I'm sure that we could get an opening onto lot 3 off from Empire Road. There's plenty of sight distance. Good way. So it was just suggested that we do it this way.
Going this way gets you across the wetland easier, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, to come in that first section of the first
Yeah,
100 or
because
so,
if you-
80 to 100 feet of the right-of-way, and then bang left on the old road bed,
Right.
and then we'll have to cross that little section of wetland to get into the lot.
But the fact is, if you come in here with a road entrance permit, it's either you gotta cross this much of a wetland,
Yeah.
you cross that much of a wetland. You come in here, share this entrance with that and here, because if you have the driveway entrance here and another curb cut here, DOTs are gonna say no way,
Right.
right? Because they're gonna be too close. Especially since this is gonna remain undeveloped. You know, once again, I don't wanna throw people under the bus and whatever else. I mean, they're driving hundreds of thousands of dollars pieces of equipment. I don't see it as a problem for them backing up. But I mean, the whole ordinance was set up to get rid of hammerheads years ago, so you had cul-de-sacs so people didn't have to back up. Now you have this. I mean, if it was, I don't know, it was a couple hundred feet, that much of an issue, I'd just rather have Tom say he's cool with it, or he's fine with that design, because he obviously hadn't seen it, but,
So you want that driveway located on the plan, so you can review it?
It is on this plan.
well, once again, this is not,
Right.
this is what got reviewed by everybody, and you made corrections to this based on what.
Yes.
And I think all the corrections are fine. Once again, I'd just like to have him look at that
Yep.
and make sure he's okay with it, because we're not the ones driving the trucks and stuff like
I mean,
that. So on that
basically,
one
this is-
then, that one too shows the actual vernal pools, because this one doesn't.
Yes. Yeah, those are on there as well.
And they're non-significant.
Yes.
So what's the setback to that, 0 or 75?
Zero.
So non-significant is 0.
He just tagged them as such, but at the time he did it, there wasn't no big A masses, nothing in there. We just identified them as possibly could be, but not significant. So, again, I think he explains all that in his report.
Yes, or if we talk about them.
Yeah.
I always thought there was still a setback, but the setback was just huge if it was significant versus not. Which shouldn't be a problem anyhow, because of the build out
Right.
back there. The other thing I just see here on the older version here, seems like a neighbor's got a woodshed on your property.
I believe that's been moved. He moved it as soon as the line was flagged. So yeah, that was taken off as well.
This encroachment of lawn trail, that was something that the neighbor was using in lot 2, is this?
Yeah. I mean,
He's just made his lawn bigger, it looks like.
yeah, but the people that lived there, they never, all those years, and never complained about it.
And the deer winter thing is, that's, you said it's, you checked the main website, I guess, for that, well.
Yeah, the inland fishery and wildlife maps, there's no habitats for deer, the wading birds or any of that on this area.
I mean, I thought on one of the pages you had something like
Yeah, and I
charts
guess,
like that, but that doesn't mean that was what it was.
so that's not a deer wintering area?
That shaded area.
Oh, that green thing, yeah, I guess it is, right? Okay.
It's deer wintering area.
Yeah, I haven't, but, we went through this whole thing, and again,
It's not
there's
gonna
been
affect the front.
several discussions about this, and even here, and with MC Moore and other. The state of Maine doesn't really care about these deer winning yards down here, they're more interested in up north. So just like what happened on Knoll Road, we were told the same thing, they didn't really care about these down here, they're more concerned with what's going up in northern Maine.
Well, I think they didn't care about Knoll Road because they cut the living crap out of it down there and there was nothing left for them
But
to winter.
even any of these deer winning yards, from what I understand, and talking to,
What's the remaining land out back here? Is it all timbered off?
it's not wooded, is it? What's everything out back?
I'm so sorry, I'm hearing impaired, sorry.
Asking them what's back here for timber.
It's on the high spot towards what used to be Keith Benson's, and then towards Roger Dargy's, some, what I would consider very marketable timber. A lot of nice oak, maple, and some pine, but
All I was getting at, it's not clear cut like the piece behind you.
absolutely not.
Okay.
That's very, I'd call it very mature timber up on that high ridge.
Once again, it's not a matter of what the state says, it's kind of what's in here unless we change our stuff.
It's a massive setback, wasn't it?
1,600 feet.
1,600 feet.
Well, it says 250 feet in hours now, didn't we change that?
Yes,
We changed it, I don't know, was it 250 or, I think I went to 7.
it was reduced significantly, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Remember looking at it. You get a page number?
No, it's,
I think I saw it somewhere, I thought I marked it, but I don't think, right here. Yeah. Page 286, I think, down there. Maybe that was not the page.
No.
Marked for something else. I think that's where it is, was the 250 feet setback.
Which won't affect anything up,
No, not on these.
not on that.
yeah, but I would fine, yeah, just going out back is gonna be different. So,
So regardless, if the vernal pools are marked on here, they're marked on that one, and they're still within the wetland that's delineated here.
Yes.
So it's not gonna change any of the upland stuff
No.
here, it's just, it's part of that forested wetland, and these little portions were determined to be vernal pools,
Yes.
probably due to timber.
Insignificant.
So on that then, on lot 2, on your current map, survey to it, you've got a driveway shown going in there on lot 2?
On lot 2, yes,
Okay,
but he's got about 160, 150, 160 feet he can slide up and down the road.
okay, but you sort of have it delineated
Yeah,
where it's gonna live.
there is a driveway shown
Yeah.
on there, yes.
No. Once again, it's hard for us because we didn't have that, so, I think all these changes that were made, are pretty de minimis. It's just Stuart's way of trying to get ahead of this and answer the third parties stuff. As I say, my only concern is that the fire chief gets to look at this and make sure it's gonna be. So the discontinued public way, that was what, prior to Empire Road being built? That was just the road back then?
Yeah, when they moved Empire Road over, they discontinued that portion of all that.
So that went over to, what, Keystone and all that other stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Right. Anybody else?
It's got a good base.
Well, that's why he wants to punch into the old road then.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, no, it makes sense.
Anybody from the board have any questions? Write down all your stuff for
There's a couple of things you want waivers for, but you add the notes to 10 and 11 to the plan, and then 10 and 11, is it?
Yes.
And then site distance for, which lot, was that lot 3?
Site distance, well, for, yeah, 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Lot 1 is existing,
And then the driveway entrance on lot 3.
and lot 3, and then we show a proposed driveway on lot 2 as well.
Okay. So those are actually just conditions, not waivers, right? That's what you're asking for?
What's that?
The conditions, not waivers, we're just making it sub-approval condition on those.
Well, there are
being
3
conditions.
waivers.
There'd be waivers,
There are 3 waivers.
3 waivers.
Stormwater design standards, soil and erosion control, and hydrological assessment of the whole property.
Until he
Until
decides
that-
to do something with it,
Right.
to address all that.
Can you list those in here?
Did I miss it? Was there something in here from the well guy saying there's?
Yes.
Okay.
You said there,
Yes, hydrological assessment.
and then stormwater, but what was that?
Stormwater design standards, soil and erosion control,
Okay.
and hydrological assessment of the whole property.
Is this form changed at all? Because I don't ever remember seeing average dwelling density.
I haven't changed it, no.
I have to look at an old one, because I never remember seeing that. You get your driveway permit entrances?
What's that?
You get your stuff from DOT for the driveway entrances? Or do you have to for a driveway? Yeah, you do, don't
So
you?
you have to for construction.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter, because you'll hold them up if you don't.
It would be easier to sail that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's road and school and fire stuff is being received, but Tom's gonna have to look at that again, so. All right, take a motion on the checklist, please.
I'll make a motion that the formal site plan review checklist for Darren and Lena Joe Hartley, 795 Empire Road, map 8, lot 29, checklist is complete.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? I guess we'll do it formal then with the waivers, George, and
Make a motion that we approve the formal site plan review for Darren and Lena Joe Hartley, 795 Empire Road, map 8, lot 29, with the following waivers, and walk me through these again, but stormwater and erosion control, also hydro assessment, and there was a third one, you said site distance, that's not, so the other one?
soil and water.
Soil and water, yeah, soil and water.
That's soil.
Yeah, those are the waivers, and then also we're, conditions on, adding, notes, to the notes of the plan, 10 and 11 notes to the plan, and then the site distance of, lot 2 and 3, and the driveway entrance of lot 3, and no public hearing and no sidewalk. Did I miss anything?
And that the fire
You
chief
got them all
has
down.
to,
What's that?
fire chief has to review the driveway on lot 3. Other than that, we got everything.
Okay, we got them all then. Need a second, Phil?
Second? Yeah, I do. Can I see that last checklist, Sarah?
Yep.
See, I thought I'm losing my mind.
That's site plan.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why.
gonna be different.
That's why. That's the subdivision one. Gotcha. Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Anybody from the audience? Obviously not. He's just got plenty of time in his day to come down to the planning board again, so.
We like
All
this
those in
company.
favor? All right. So, I guess you're ready to go with a few other things there, Stuart. We'll have to sign stuff after fire chief looks at it.
Okay. So Scott, you want me to send you this plan, you could send that to,
Yeah.
to Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you explained to the applicant that all these waivers don't go bye-bye when the stuff gets developed out back.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he's
So there's no-
fully aware of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sarah, is that the Pearlson plan you're gonna sign tonight?
Yes.
You gonna hang out?
Probably not.
You'll send somebody up. I don't
We
blame
got
you.
4 or 5, whatever, things in front of you.
You want your spline back for any reason?
No, no, take it home.
If you wanna come get it tomorrow, just let us know, I'll put it in the bin outside the door so you can just
Yeah,
grab it.
either I or Lori will come pick it tomorrow.
Great.
We gotta go record something in Oxford. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Stuart, have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome. Over there.
Yeah, and I, oh,
Yep.
Zach.
All right, well, finding of fact and conclusion of law for a formal site plan application. Town of Poland, 1211 Main Street, map 40, lots 2 and 3. This is the stuff behind the library.
The finding of fact, conclusion of law for the formal site plan of the town of Poland, 1211 Main Street, lot, map 40, lots 2 and 3, is presented.
A second, please.
That would be you, Cheryl.
Second.
All those in favor?
You can't vote.
Oh.
Alright.
I thought we determined everybody can vote.
This is old stuff where he wasn't here,
This was
he
from.
was not a member of the
No, I
board.
understand that, but I thought we figured out that,
From April.
for some reason I just thought. All right, formal site plan, it's a finding of fact and conclusion of law for the formal site plan review, BD Solar, map 4, lot 16 and 15-1.
Make a motion to approve the formal site, conclusion, facts, finding of facts, conclusion of law for BD Solar LLC and BD Solar Lewiston Junction LLC, Northeast Junction, Lewiston Junction Road, map 4, lot 16 and 15-1, as presented.
Second.
All those in favor? So once again, they gotta provide you with the bond and all that stuff before they pull permits.
I think that was part of the conditions.
Right, but I'm saying that that's, to actually start the
Put
process.
us on the
Right.
DEP.
Yeah. All right, the next,
And we'll see what-
Osceola, we can't do that because we don't have a forum of people that were associated with that.
Correct.
The next one is a formal site plan review, Just Right Inc. And Autumn Inc., map 13, lots 9B and 10. This was for the road.
Make a motion that we approve the finding of fact, conclusion of law for site plan, Just Right Inc. and Autumn Inc., Bakerstown Road, maps 13 and lots 9B and 10, as presented.
Second, please.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Now, on the copy that you have in your packet, there is an incorrect, Jimmy Walker is listed on there still, but on your official copy, it is correct and it is David.
Okay.
So you can vote, but I just want folks to know it. I caught that after I printed it and then wasn't
You haven't
changing
you haven't
it.
pursed Jimmy out of everything yet?
It gets complicated when you have.
Well, it depends which time
Yeah.
frame you're pulling from, I'm sure. All right, so we got the last one is finding of fact, conclusion of law for a formal shoreline zoning application for the Pearlsons, 132 Sunderland Drive, map 14, lot 45H.
Make a motion that we approve the finding of fact and conclusion of law for formal shoreline zoning application, Jillian and Jonathan Wilson, 132 Sutherland Drive, map 14, lot 45H, as presented.
Second.
Discussion, all those in favor? All right, that includes everything except for that formal site plan that we'll have to do when it comes in. Okay, any other business? David?
Nothing.
Go.
Nope.
Myself, I have nothing.
Sign it.
George,
No, I'm all good.
Cheryl, you got anything?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's going in across from the high school? On Route 11? Do I know? Is that a house? What is it?
Oh, that
Oh, baseball.
on, Route 11.
Yeah.
That was a subdivision we approved.
She wasn't here.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
We lost subdivision.
Okay. If you go away for a couple weeks,
Well,
things
once-
happen.
Well, once again, I'm thinking, what's going on across from the high school? Because I was thinking, you're thinking
Well,
26, so
yeah,
you're saying the
yeah,
Route 11 side.
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you got any other questions?
No, that's it.
Do you want to stay
Okay.
informed? You want, you know?
I gotta
watch-
stay informed, that's right. What's going in on the corner?
Not much.
We don't know.
Not much right now. Scott, you got anything?
Nope.
I don't
Sarah?
have anything, but we will have a meeting on the 26th or whatever the next one
Yeah,
is.
it's 14, yeah, 26.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Good night, everybody.
Yep.